Now, it's a controversial process that's led to concerns over safety and damage to the environment here on the Lancashire coast. Fracking, a method of extracting gas from shale rock deep underground, could transform this area if plans to drill hundreds of wells go ahead. And the industry say it's safe and it'll create lots of jobs and money. Well, Peter Marshall's been to Pennsylvania in the United States to find out what we can all expect from a fracking-inspired gas rush.
You sort of say, well, I got gas in my water.
That's frightening, isn't it? What's fracking done to this area?
Raping it.
It's like Christmas every day, so we've been extremely fortunate.
I never thought about moving anywhere else until recently.
Anyone that's in business welcomes it because it's been nothing but a boom.
It's taken Bradford County into a whole new time in its history, and there's no going back.
Welcome to Bradford County, Pennsylvania, a place that's seen more fracking for natural gas than virtually any other place on the planet. If you want to know how the Fylde coast might fare under a gas rush, there's no better place to search for answers.
Deep beneath Bradford County lies the Marcellus Shale. Like the Bowland Shale in Lancashire, it holds massive amounts of natural gas. It's being freed by horizontal drilling and fracking, hydraulic fracturing, where millions of gallons of water, along with sand and chemicals, are injected at high pressure to force gas out. Towanda is the county seat, where they've lived through nearly 4 years of fracking. You work in the industry. Has it been good for you?
Oh yeah, bought me a Mustang convertible and everything else, so yeah, I'm doing good.
This is not the little towns that it used to be.
Rents have increased. They've doubled or tripled. So that's good if you're a landlord, but it's bad if you're trying to find a place to live.
To me it's bad because it ruins the environment.
We've had our water tested 4 times. It's fine.
So you're quite happy with fracking?
I have no problem with it.
In Lancashire, they forecast that between 200 and 800 wells could be drilled in the future. In Bradford County so far, they've already drilled 600.
Drilling 100% caused my water contamination, 100%, undeniable.
Crystal Stroud became ill with barium poisoning from drinking water soon after a gas well was drilled 1,200 feet from her home. A Department of Environmental Protection investigation decided drilling was not to blame, that the contamination was pre-existing. But she believes it's too much of a coincidence.
Literally, the rig went up behind my house, and within 2 weeks my hair started falling out. And if I was an 80, 90-year-old woman living in that house and didn't get my water tested, I mean, doctors have said I would have been on the floor, I would have been dead.
Pre-existing pollution by naturally occurring elements is a common defence by gas companies, and one that's rejected by opponents of the industry. Bill Ely's party piece is setting fire to his water. He claims it became contaminated with methane after he leased his land to a gas drilling company. In the decades before drilling, he insists it was fine.
After they started drilling here in this area, about 5 or 6 months after, we noticed there was methane in the water. It was going into my pipes all through the house, all through my bathrooms, laundry room, everything. We did notice the pipes rattling, so when the water started getting so it was bubbly and like it is right now, it's bubbling.
Whoa. That's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah. It was at the beginning, now I'm sort of getting used to it.
Just get this straight. This is just a hose pipe feeding water into this jug. And the methane in there is just gathering, venting out, and there you go. Formerly, that was drinking water. The company involved has installed ventilation pipes and for now supplies his drinking water. It denies any responsibility, saying the area has a history of naturally occurring methane.
Well, if it's naturally occurring, from all the time I was here, it hasn't naturally occurred.
One academic study has now shown methane concentrations in drinking water increase near active drilling sites. gas companies say opponents are a vocal minority. And it's true that for many, fracking has created fortunes.
It's just been fantastic. You know, I hope it lasts forever, to be honest with you.
Tawanda's hotels are booming.
So this hotel was built pure and simple on the back of the gas industry?
Yes, it was. We built this simply because we saw the gas industry here. We saw it was going to continue, and we would not have built this hotel if it wasn't for the gas industry coming to this area.
And it's blocked out for 2 years?
It's locked out solid for 2 years by one company. Let them come to your area because it will be a great experience. It's like Christmas every day, so we've been extremely fortunate.
Bradford County also has the lowest unemployment rate in the state, the growth in gas rendering it to some extent recession-proof.
These jobs that are here now are really high-paying jobs. They may, they're very labor-intensive, there's no question, very hourly intensive, but you could see a high school graduate leave school without an education or a secondary education, and they could see a salary of $60,000 or $70,000 a year, which is very, very substantial.
Hit Main Street Towanda and you'll see how the gas industry has inspired business.
These are miniatures of the actual drill bits that they use for drilling. Elevators used to lift and twist pipe, blowout preventer.
A blowout preventer?
Blowout preventer.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Do they sell well?
Oh my, yes. Yeah. The rig hands are the ones that are just really liking the keychains. A lot of the jewelry we sell, a lot of it goes to local people that are getting royalties.
The people that are quite happy to have the gas industry here?
Yes,
yeah?
Very happy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Anyone that's in business welcomes it because it's been nothing but a boom for the economy.
But talk in Towanda is also about how gas industry traffic has industrialised the place. Everyday life is different. Add to that talk of fracking-related earth tremors and accidents.
Special response teams have been at the well around the clock since gas company officials say equipment malfunctioned late Tuesday night. Newswatch Exchange.
Reporter Jim Hamill saw firsthand the leak of thousands of gallons of fracking fluid from a site in Leroy Township.
It did so much to bring a glaring light to what could go wrong. It was spilling so quickly that they couldn't stop it, and it made its way quickly into this tributary to a nearby creek, which then feeds a river.
Despite the serious nature of that accident, a report says it had no lasting environmental impact. The gas companies say despite all precautions there will always be accidents, just like there are on the roads, but no one talks about banning driving.
There's spin on both sides of the shale gas argument. It's either an environmental catastrophe or it's an answer to future energy needs. In Lancashire, the firm behind test drilling is Quadrilla.
People are concerned somehow that fracturing fluid is going to contaminate groundwater, and there still have been no cases, even in Pennsylvania, of fracturing fluid actually getting into someone's drinking water supply or the groundwater supply.
The two sides in the great gas debate will never see eye to eye, but one thing they agree on is that fracking changes lives. If it does indeed become commercial on the Fylde coast, daily life will be different, for better and for worse.
Whatever's under this ground and they're producing, I hope that there's a lot there, and it's just been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Yes, it has.
I hate it here.
And yet you lived here all your life?
I never thought about moving anywhere else until recently. But honestly, I don't want to bring my son up in this area.
Coming up, the stories surrounding Hitler and Liverpool.
Adolf Hitler lived at 102 Upper Stanhope Street, which is about 50 yards that way. There's a German church on the corner of Bedford Street South, which is about 50 yards that way. This pub lies right slap bang in the middle. Now, don't tell me he never called in for the half on his way home from church.